I played the demo for this back in May, and when the game came out, the devs emailed me and they're like, "Hi, here's a key. Thanks for playing our demo." And I'm like, "Is it okay if I stream this?" And they're like, "Yeah." like, can I play the full game on stream? And they're like, "Yeah, go right ahead." So, I've been meaning to stream this, thanks to their kindness. So yeah, we're gonna be continuing this. I played last night because I figured the demo the saves probably didn't transfer over. They did not, so I went and I played through and got to, I believe, where the demo ended, because I pulled up my YouTube playthrough, and I stopped right around where it did. I kind of went ahead a little bit, but then I went back and I was like, wait a second, let me consult the YouTube video, and that was a good idea because I did go a bit too ahead. But yeah, let's play some Pre-Odyssey. Quack quack! For those that weren't here for the demo, Pre-Odyssey is based off of the mythology love story between Odysseus and Persephone. There's a lot of ducks as well in this game. Got a lot of Yakuza ducks, and also that one duck Pokemon is in this game. And it's a really sweet, short otome game about Odysseus meeting Persephone for the first time. Oh, this is a trailer. Just gonna skip that and go right in. One, there's many duck Pokemon. The starter one. Yeah, the French one. But yeah, where we left off on the demo was Odysseus snuck into our room, like saw us off one night, and our dad got pissed off, and he's like, "You will no longer see Persephone ever again." And then we still made plans to go see Odysseus despite that, cause fuck you, Dad. We don't care. He's our husband. Penelope, right, Penelope. Have I been saying Persephone? I meant Penelope. Which starter one? But there isn't a duck starter in cows. Did I say cows? Oh, the French one. Yeah, Penelope. Tomorrow I have to figure out how to slip out. Father's tightened the security to my room. I hope I'm not keeping Odysseus waiting. Maybe I can send him a little one? She turned to the ducks. Quack! A bird waddled in front of her, clicked its webbed feet together, and made a winged salute. Damn, bruh. Sequel better be Hades and Persephone, but also with ducks. That'd be funny. Yeah, just make all of the mythology like love stories, but with a bunch of ducks in it. Penelope smiled and lifted the duck to help it up her window. Say hi to him for me. Quack quack. That was the most adorable scream. 10 out of 10. We'll make you do it again. Ayo. Ayo. I know Paldea is closer to the Iberian Peninsula than France, but look at Quaxley. That's French. So true. Who else takes care of their hair like that other than the French? Nope. He seemed to have crawled out of the window. Odysseus? Why are you here? Well, you were taking too long. Didn't I tell you? If you don't appear, I'll take you away myself. Anyway, a promise is a promise, so here I am in the flesh. You gotta steal us away? I see. You'd take care of all of our ducks, Odysseus? Would you love me if I was a duck? I suppose he did mention that. Though it feels weird to have him here in my room this early. Well, Penelope was mulling, the duck started swarming her friend. Are you all happy to see me? Duck Elio soup. No, don't make me into soup! Started stroking their heads. Glad to see you all too, but keep it down. I'll be cooked alive if I get caught in the ladies' room. They immediately zipped their duck bills while giving him the look of, we know how that feels. He said Persephone again. I did? Oh my god. A couple of ducks even started patting him on his ankle. They couldn't reach his back. Although, it's questionable if they were on the same page. Every time he says Persephone, we feed him one pomegranate seed. Oh no! I'm sorry, Penelope! Penelope giggled as she watched them interact. Odysseus gets along with the little ones, doesn't he? He's the only one who's ever taken us seriously like this. You know, make it Elio says Persephone counter. No! So, shall we get going? I'm taking you out on a trip today. That sounds wonderful. I'm sorry, Penelope. You're super cute. I'm sorry I keep calling you someone else's name. Hold on. What trip? Hmm? Yeah, I figured it'd be fun to take you outside this time. What? No, no, no! You absolutely cannot do that. Father will not only boil you alive if he learns that you took me outside. He'll cut you up and then serve you to the hounds. That is, if he learns about it. True. It didn't happen if they don't know, right? I love this Odysseus smirk. It looks so good. But what if... Oh! Thank you for the hydrate unexpected cake. Also, hi there, Jackie. Welcome, welcome. What if we never see each other again after we're all sent home? The least I can do is leave you with happy memories, right? Did he realize that I was worried yesterday? About him leaving? Is that why he suddenly sprung this on me? Can't believe he pays attention to these small things. He's a keeper. But should I go? I definitely don't want him to get in trouble. He's a 10 out of 10, but he slaughters millions. Still a keeper. Duck out on this one. I think I'll save doing the bad ends for later. I think I started with doing... Did I start with doing the bad ends when I played the demo? I think we'll do the opposite. And do the good end. At least try and go for the good end first. And then we'll do the bad ends, I think. Which duck is a keeper? All of them. All of them. There's never a bad duck. I do want to go. Fine. But please promise me you won't get caught. If he does get caught, he'll just murder who sees him. No worries, Penelope. I'll even make an oath if you want. No, that'd be too much. Then it's a promise. And I'll have you know, I never make a promise I couldn't keep. Oh, you? So, shall we? He took out a cloak from who knows where and draped it over Penelope's shoulders. You better hold on to me. I'll help you out. Penelope nodded. Odysseus then turned around, gesturing her to get on. Oh, I didn't think this through. And there she was, but Penelope steeled herself to wrap her arms around his neck, prompting him to lift her up his back. Don't let go now. He was about to leap out of the window before turning around to see the ducks quietly waddling from behind. Oh, they're so cute. Sorry, you guys will have to hold the front. Oh, by the way, I saw the lore page. I don't think this was in the demo. I need to show you guys this. Where's the lore page? Okay, so usually you see the lore page when you unlock a lore page. But look what happens if you click on a lore page that's not unlocked. Good addition. Very good. 10 out of 10. It's a quacker. Look at that quacker! Thank you, I love Quacker. Quacker's so cute! Best edition, right? Having ducks follow us around this time will make us stand out. The ducks are about to quack in protest, but seemingly stopped. Still losing it over lore and infanticide. You have unlocked infanticide. Perhaps they remembered that making noise could get poor Odysseus boiled? In the end, the ducks backed out and made themselves comfortable in the girls' room. They were trying to inconspicuously sneak out after all, and a team of ducks tailing them would be most discernible. I guess it's just gonna be us. Penelope's foul friends had to sit this one out. BRB, I need to get food. Oh, enjoy your food, Adam. And so, Odysseus leapt out of the window and grabbed onto the pillar with Penelope in tow. What'll you do if someone checks up on me? Kill him! The two continued to chat as they headed down. Don't worry, I've got that covered. Did he train the ducks to pretend to be Penelope? That would be funny. You just have to have fun today. Having reached the ground, Odysseus gently let Penelope down and then started leading the way. That's not fair. You have to have fun too, but he is having fun. She spoke in a hushed voice. Oh, right. We'll be sure to have fun if you'll have fun. What's that supposed to mean? He likes you, you fool. Your happiness is my happiness? Please don't say those kinds of things. Why? Aren't you embarrassed? I'm just being honest. Stop being too sweet. What was that? Oh, don't worry about it. Okay. Anyway, I'll take care of the guard, and you just keep yourself hidden here, alright? You might hear some screams. You know, you might hear a bone breaking. Might hear some splashing liquid that sounds like it's blood being splattered everywhere. Don't worry, nothing is wrong. Penelope nodded. The young woman hid herself in the bushes, yet still was close enough to see Odysseus speaking with the sentry. She couldn't make out what they were talking about, but as soon as Odysseus finished, the guard rushed off, abandoning his position. Odysseus then looked around and scurried over to Penelope's place. Did he really threaten to kill the guy if he didn't let them in? Let's get out of here before he returns. He called out softly while helping her up. What did you tell him? That I was gonna kill him. I was gonna, stab him 36 times into the back. Oh, that a couple of angry women are looking for him. I don't get it. Anyway, we'd better hurry. He'll be back soon. Is it alright to leave this area unguarded? Should be fine. I mean, what kind of fool would steal from the king of Sparta? True. You. And I'm pretty sure Helen was kidnapped a few years ago. Oh, we got some lore. Let's see. What lore did we get? Wait, where is it? I don't see it. Is it this? Oh, Theseus. When Helen was a child, she was abducted by Is it Theseus. It's Theseus. It's Theseus. King of Athens and one of the sons of Poseidon, god of the sea. Helen's brother, Pollux, Polydeuces, and Castor attacked Athens in retaliation to rescue her, while Theseus was trapped in the underworld. 36. Not even the Caesar was stabbed that many times, I think. Yeah, we gotta break records, dear. I should tell Uncle to tighten his security. After Odysseus leaves, of course. I'd rather we take advantage of this while we can. Unbeknownst to Penelope, she would neglect telling her uncle about this, which would later launch 1,000 ships. Let me see. I can't tell which ones are new. Oh, Prince Paris. The idiot who abducted the Queen of Sparta, Odysseus crashing out, prophesies to bring the downfall of Troy. His father, King Priam, attempted to abandon his son at a mountain, but as fate would have it, the boy survived. Paris was known... should I say Paris? Paris was known for his judgment. So Zeus threw his problem at the boy when the three goddesses, Hera, Athena, and Aphrodite, sought a solution to their dispute. Who is the fairest of them all? Each goddess offered him a bribe, and the young man ultimately picked Aphrodite for offering the most beautiful woman in the world as his wife. And then Helen, who was already married by then, was abducted by Prince Paris with the aid of the goddess Aphrodite. Oh yeah, Theseus was that one guy who kidnapped Death. Looks at Thanatos from Hades, and I can see why. Paris for Paris? He is not French. I thought it was Paris. Which would later launch 1,000 ships, but that's a story for another time. Wow, it's so lively here. The market was filled with busy people, children, even animals carrying wares. Elliot thinks everyone is French now. He is French now. Hey, careful there. Yeah, you know, ancient Greek and the ancient French. Penelope was pushed by the crowd and would have fallen down if Odysseus had not caught her. Famous French, Odysseus. The ancient French. But now she was holding on to his arms. Sorry about that. I must have gotten too excited. How would you pronounce Odysseus by French rules? Odysseus. Wasn't this the same situation when we first met? Except the little ones aren't here today. Oh goodness, they aren't here? The late realization suddenly hit her. Yeah, you're alone with him. Penelope had always been with her ducks. Yeah, they're your wingmen, if you will. She was never seen without them. Without her ducks, well, without them, she suddenly felt so vulnerable. I was with Odysseus this whole time, so I must have felt too comfortable. Fear Canadians, for Elio not only can take away your nationality, but he can also make you French. Odysseus, maybe we should go back. She stuttered weakly while clinging tightly onto his tunic. Probably like Odi or something. Leave most of the letters off to be safe. Odieu. Her head was kept ducked down as if trying to hide. It doesn't work. Dang, she has no wingman. Rip. You're chickening out now? All the bird puns. I just remembered that crowd scare me. She squeaked in a small voice. Oh. Gently he pulled her hands from his clothes, but instead of letting go, he continued holding onto her hand instead, and then pulled her ever closer to himself. How about now? What are you doing? You'd feel better if I'm closer to you, right? How do you know? I mean, no. God, I love this blush sprite for Penelope. It's so cute. I do like your presence, but I just don't like being stared at. but no one's staring. She blinked. Penelope finally lifted her head and looked around, and indeed, everyone is too busy minding their own business. They're like, these lovey-dovey people. Are you sharing the general? Oh, oui. The children were too preoccupied with chasing their friends, while the market-goers were either browsing wares or were haggling with the shopkeepers. The girl had always been accustomed to having many eyes on her. After all, she was a princess who was perpetually surrounded by ducks. Today she was wearing a cloak which hid her face. One couldn't even tell if she was a man or a woman. Remember, you're just plain old Penelope right now. So you don't have to concern yourself with anything else except having a grand time with me. At his words, Penelope's shoulders sagged in relief. What is this? So true. So true. Hold on. Good meme. Elio chat, ancient Greeks. I'm very sorry, ancient Greeks. I'm gonna have to turn you French. I apologize. I'm stealing this version. In an instant, her worries melted like ice. Her ducks may not be around, but she still has him. It's almost like he's one of the ducks. Did Odysseus just get duck zoned? You know, you always sound like you're used to sneaking out. Watch like Zeus turns him into a duck. She hit the bullseye. Okay, fine. I may have the hobby of going out in disguise. Her face screamed, "That's a strange hobby." That would be funny. In my defense, it's also work. I need to see the situation of my people in person, you know? If I come down to town for an official visit, everyone changes their routine in front of me. You get what I mean, right? Yes, of course. I'm just pulling your leg. Is it just me, or have you gotten mischievous lately? Whose fault do you think it is? Fine, fair. Enough chit-chat. At this rate, we won't get the chance to look around. It'll be my treat today, so feel free to pick out anything. Okay. Not like I had the time to bring spending money with me. Yeah, you better be treating. I ain't got no money. And so the two began roaming the streets, browsing through the different goods. There are handmade children's toys, which Penelope picked up one after the other. She wondered if the ducks would like one. There were also small, colorful trinkets, which Odysseus kept insisting on getting for her. But Penelope wasn't too keen on them. Rather, she insisted that Odysseus try them on instead. It is a handmade child. You know, a homunculus. The noisy back and forth ended up getting them kicked out by the shopkeeper. Both Odysseus and Penelope then took interest in a section of the market filled with imported goods. Oh my god, it's from the French! Send you silly? What did you send me? Hold on. Wait, what do I have saved as image? I see you all are running with the French jokes. Hold on. Let me show this on screen. Monkey just sent me this. Oh no, baguette! Good. Good meme. Hon hon. Oui oui. Baguette. the imported goods, the baguettes! From France! From ancient France! The ancient baguettes! The shopkeeper told them tall tales about how his cloths came from Egypt. Or how his jewelries originally came from a sunken Ethiopian ship. Penelope was admiring them until Odysseus whispered rather loudly to her that those were all fakes. Citing that he could identify similar wares from merchants he had formerly made engagements with. The vendor ended up running off with his goods. Sorry you had to witness that. It's fine. I'm just impressed that you knew so much. Also, I just realized, could this be considered what is called, like, tertiary reading for Limbus? Well, what can I say? I'm awesome, aren't I? Don't let it get over your head, please. Yes, milady. I'm still impressed. I still impressed you, though. Let me take that credit. Please have Otis's Penelope still be a girl. Please, 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 please. Yes, yes. Yes, you did. And I hope she's as cute as Penelope, because Penelope's super cute. Oh, you sure are close. You two sure are close. The two turned their heads to the middle-aged man who was running a fruit stall. He was half a head taller than Odysseus and quite thick in build. You two husband and wife? That Penelope better have ducks. Maybe that's why they added the duck ego to Limbus. What? Penelope flinched at the question. She instinctively touched the hood of her cloak, noticing that it was close to slipping off, which somewhat revealed her face. No, we're not. That story might not have been a very good game. Oh, Sid's story may have not have been a very good game, but fun for making Hades and Persephone both girls. Good. Based. Based. Toxic Yuri. Before she could complete her words, Odysseus suddenly pulled her close, wrapping a hand around her shoulder. Yes, we are. Huh? Odysseus, what are you... She spoke in a low voice. Odysseus just grinned and winked at her. I think we should all take, like, ancient mythology and just make them Yuri and Yaoi. Anything can be Yuri with the right estrogen dose. True. Good afternoon. Oh, good afternoon, Danik. How you doing? Oh? Haven't seen you two around. Where are you two from? Me and my wife came from... Crete? Crete? The Goose from the Goose game will be the enemy, and there'll be a Goose Goose Duck collab side story after Otis' chapter. Crete? Crete. We're just passing by. We looked around as if looking out for something, or someone. See, we're on the run. He whispered to the now wide-eyed shopkeeper. Huh? Oh? My family and hers have been rivals for many generations. So, my parents refused our love. That's why we kept meeting up in secret. Until one day, my wife's family decided she was betrothed. Where are you pulling this story from? Which was why we decided to run away. But our families were both powerful, so we knew that it was a hopeless plan. There is no way anyone would believe such a ridiculous tale. She eyed the vendor. He was holding his breath with eyes filled with anticipation. He believes it? That's why we went to a renowned oracle for advice. Oh, what lore we got now? Oracle. Priests or priestesses who communicate with the gods to deliver their message. They provide guidance and counsel to those in need. Travelers, farmers, royals, kings, anyone was allowed to consult an oracle as long as they followed basic customs. An oracle can be consulted on matters concerning national affairs, whether to go to war or not, or to answer simpler requests such as helping a couple bear a child. Unfortunately, their responses could be too vague to interpret most of the time. I mean, if you're talking about Greek gods, basically most of the stories about if Zeus shapeshifts or seduces someone of any gender and the fallout from that. True. And he told us you must take the herb growing atop the mountain on a moonlit night. Crush it and mix with fresh olives and blood of a newborn calf. Offer libations to the gods. Libations? We just unlocked libations. Offerings to a god or gods, usually in the form of wine, milk, or oil. Whichever one you use would have a different symbolism. Libations were also offered to honor the dead. Libations were normally offered to altars or poured to the ground. Then drink the concoction before you sleep. So we did, and both of us ended up dying. Say what? What? How tragic. This guy's falling for it still? He was crying. Mister, we're alive! So, while our families were preparing for our funerals, we found the opportunity to run away. After all, the mixture the Oracle had given us only temporarily induces death. Is he like retelling Romeo and Juliet or something? Greek Romeo and Juliet. I'm not sure what happened to our families back home, what with our supposed missing bodies. I can only make assumptions. But the fact that we're here now must mean that the gods have heard our prayers and helped us escape. Then we went aboard a trading ship returning here to Sparta. While on board, I took odd jobs so they'd provide us with meals. I gave Penelope a pat on the shoulder. Greek Romeo and Juliet is called Pyramus and Thisbe. Shakespeare even mentioned it once. Oh, really? Fun history fact. Most of Zeus's followers were such huge fanboys that they would take old legends and remake it so that Zeus could be the one banging the male or female in it. Damn. You know you got devoted fans if they make fan fiction of you banging people. Now, here we are, helping to live our new lives. Ain't you supposed to be dead? She had no words. Oh, I can't even imagine what you two have been through. I'm certain that you wonderful couple is blessed by the goddess of love herself. The man was bawling. It's wild. Here, take these. He then shoved a bunch of pears into Odysseus's arms. Goals, JK. I wish that you two will live your new lives to the fullest, even though you're dead. This old man will be cheering you on. Did he just steal money? Hold on, we cannot... Thank you so much for your generosity. We're really grateful for your kindness. Before Penelope can finish, Odysseus cuts her off. Now, we better get going, don't we, dear? Huh? But... I wish all the happiness to come your way, mister. He smiled and pulled Penelope with him. Did you just steal from the guy's pocket, Odysseus? I saw that CG. Odysseus managed to take Penelope to a less crowded street with pears in his arm. Whew. He sighed and threw a fruit over to Penelope. Let's take a break here. She just stared at Odysseus's pear. You should return these. Huh? I can't do that. It'd be discourteous to the good vendor. Had I refused these, it's like saying I don't trust his goods or that they're not good enough for us. Is that how it is? My father never allows me to leave on my own, so I don't know these little things. Still, he only gave them to you because you lied. It's not like I spun that tail so that he'll give us free stuff. That is definitely what you did. Besides, I slipped some money into his pouch. Oh, okay. So you did not steal, you gave him money. Okay. Drachma. The currency used in ancient Greece around the 6th century BC. Each city minted their own coin, featuring symbols of their own city, like an owl, horse, or dolphin. Ooh, I want dolphin coins. Coins were normally made with silver, and gold was rarely used. I mean, birthing gods more often just meant splitting open your head temporarily and having the god/goddess come out. True! You just pop out your eyeball, bloop, there you go! New baby! The setting of this story actually predates the use of this currency, so rather than money, exchanging goods and services was the norm. But let's just say that they already had coins in this universe. Actually, I paid with my story. That's some premium service. Mr. Is he really a king or a storyteller? When did he do that? But if he puts it that way... So, accepting these was part of the act? You're trying to pull a wool over someone's eyes. You're better off giving them what they want without actually giving them what they want. In this case, accepting their gift, and I guess I could have stopped at that, but I'm pretty sure you wouldn't have been happy about that. So I paid for them anyway. Isn't he a little too accustomed to lying? The girl paused to collect her thoughts. Everything just happened too fast. Odysseus lying to the vendor didn't sit well with her, but she understood why he did it. In the end, she just sighed. Then, who's to say you're not pulling the wool over my eyes and you're just saying that you paid for it just to satisfy me? Wow, you learned fast. You didn't actually pay? I stole. I did. Though, the thought of keeping these for free may have crossed my mind. Penelope pouted. Look, I don't really like lying to you, unless I really have to. Maybe I'm being too hard on him. I know he's only doing this for our sake. Besides, the vendor was entertained by the story. Odysseus's tales are definitely interesting. She mulled. Fine, I'll let him go this time. Even if it was a lie, everyone was happy in the end, right? You know, if you weren't a king, you'd make a good storyteller. You think? Maybe I should consider that profession if I ever end up as a fugitive. How did you jump to that? I mean, I just stole, borrowed a precious Spartan princess. Pretty sure this won't be my last dip into trouble. I should be considering my choices. God. I love his smoke face. So good. How about not getting into trouble? No can do. But in a way, his defiance is quite endearing. I like bad boys. It's only fair, because you had it for a longer time yesterday. No, it's not! Penelope and Odysseus paused, noticing 3 children arguing over something. But your time is up, so it's my turn! If you don't let him have it, then I won't be able to play later. The tallest was a blonde boy, while the smallest was a black-haired girl. In between them was a brunette lad. The blonde boy was holding a wooden toy horse. I'm feeling proud of my new version of the horseman. We all need a himbo war. Too wholesome to realize he's not playing some sort of sports game. Pestilence that is full-on clown gremlin creature. Death as an up-to-date lethal temptress. A cat man, 35-year-old cat bio, who goes to the bar for a glass of milk to push off the counter. I'm still deciding on famine. That sounds wild, Adam. I said no! Not fair! Conquest is the cat man. No, you're not fair! Penelope turned to her side. Odysseus, maybe we could... Cats are king of the house. Hey, kiddos. What's going on there? Did he read my mind? Penelope scurried behind him. You were too obvious. I really need to work on hiding how I feel. So, what's up, kids? Lexius won't let Macarios have his turn with our toy. And I'm next to Macarios, so I can't get my turn. Hey, you shouldn't be talking to creepy old strangers. I'm not creepy. Oh, I think that's a new expression. Or old, for that matter. Wait, hold on. Damn it. Okay, I hope we get that expression again. I need to take a screen cap of that. I'll have you know, I'm a renowned mediator. A young one. Oh, here we go. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I need to pull up paint for a second. Give me 1 moment. Hold on. I need a message dwarf for something. I found one, but it's all squashed, so I need dwarf's help. Wait, no. Wait, never mind. I found it. Never mind. Listen, what I am doing right now is very important. Okay? Just take this image. Stretch it out. Then crop it. Save. Oh. Save it to my desktop. Someone probably already figured out what I was doing. Cinematic parallels. I am right here. Oh, I haven't seen you, so I didn't think you were here. Elliot wants that screen cap for personal reasons. Guys with medium length brown hair and crimson brownish eyes. Good shit. That's some good shit right there. Goro Ketchi. Wait, what can I like? No, I'm not saying. I just didn't think you were here. But children and adults would come to me when they have disputes. Is he lying to the kids? The eldest kid stared at him with suspicion. But the other two looked at him with awe. Besides, didn't your parents teach your kiddos that you should treat strangers with respect? Well, you know, I might be a god in disguise. Go Ketchy, please interact. Okay, what's our new lore? Ah, Zeus. The chief deity of the Greek pantheon, as well as the god of sky and thunder, he is married to Hera, the goddess of marriage, family, and childbirth, although he was also well known for his numerous affairs that his children consisted of gods, demigods, and mortals alike. Helen and the two Heracles were among those he had fathered. Zeus had numerous myths where he disguised himself among mortals, be it as an animal or as another human. In one of the stories, Zeus in disguise, along with Hermes, was turned away by citizens when he asked for food and lodging. In retaliation, he punished the whole valley with the exception of a couple who accepted the two gods in their home. Not gonna lie, we're all too used to hearing you dwarf or seeing you type. You looking is a rare occurrence. Poor Hera, such an unfaithful husband. eldest child flinched. Aren't you being petty? You're right. Sorry, mister. The child bowed his head. I would feel more sorry for Hera if she got mad at Zeus instead of everyone Zeus took interest in. Yeah, true. She like punishes them instead of Zeus. Not a problem. Woo! Oh, you just realized tomorrow you don't have to work. Oh, nice! Let's go. Now, if I understand correctly, you, Alexius. Yes? The child raised his head. Why won't you let Macarius have his turn? Reminded that Heracles was named after Hera in the hopes that maybe she would have some mercy on him. She did not. Cause he played with it for an extra hour yesterday. It's only cause you were taking so long. But my mom made me do chores. That's not my fault. I just want to play the horsey. Odysseus and Penelope looked at each other. The young king then clapped, which grabbed the attention of the three children. Alright then, let's get rid of the horse. Problem solved. Are you gonna destroy their toy, Odysseus? What? No! No way. Odysseus, that doesn't solve anything. I mean, it kinda does. They stop fighting over it if it's broken. But the root of the problem is the toy, so getting rid of the root should fix things, right? But no one will be happy with that solution. At least it's a fair and peaceful one. Very true. Hey there, Phoenix. I mean, I don't know about fair, but that solution won't make anyone happy. Alright, how about this? Penelope crouched in front of the little girl and wiped her tears. Oh, what did you three do before you had the toy? We'd run and hide and find each other. Sometimes we'd play house. Odysseus, this is a very inappropriate suggestion to a lady whose sister is being fought over like a toy by basically every king in Greece. Just destroy the sister. Problem solved. I don't want to play house. I do like hiding. Then why don't you two play together first and let Alexius play with his toy? I guess. I like playing with Macarius. Hey, wait, you're gonna leave me out? Well, you have your toy. But I think there was a king in the Bible that had that idea, but with a baby instead. Just destroy the baby. Baby Destroyer 9000. Alexius, why don't you play with the toy with everyone then? Wouldn't it be more fun that way? I guess. Well, she is the goddess of marriage. If she got revenge on Zeus, the strongest god, and her husband, she would be seen as a failure of a wife due to the expectations as the goddess of marriage. So she goes after the women who her husband banged, both to stop the affair and to save her marriage, and revenge on the kids as warning to both Zeus and the women. And you two, are you okay with letting Alexius and his horse play with you? Oh, thank you for the follow, Neoculture Mimikyu 127. Welcome, welcome. Horsey can be the pet. There was. I forgot their name though. Solomon. Ah, Solomon. We're not playing house. I like playing house. We can play Macarius this game after playing house, right? Yeah! Fine. And the three children happily walked away to find a place to play. I'm glad that worked out well. Odysseus? You handled that nicely. The little ones, ducks, are quite rowdier than that. I have no idea how often I have to discipline them back in the days. You could have just said that the other two will never play with them again if he refuses to share. Fear is an easier tool. Yeah, let's just slice and dice the sister into multiple meat cubes and give one to every king. Yeah, exactly! You get it. That's horrible. Yeah, I remember the Bible story. The fake mom was fucked up. Of course, it's King Solomon. See? That's what I'm saying. The women who often had no choice in the matter, by the way, but I don't think that the gods know that consent is a thing. It's like trying to tell a Victorian child about protons, neutrons, and electrons. Head hurty. You're kind. You gave her head a pat. I got a Heinz ketchup ad with romantic music. Anyone would have done that. Not me. But that's because you're a douchebag, Odysseus. Are you really a bunny? Or is the bunny really you? I am the bunny. I am, in fact, bunny. Tell a Victorian child that germs exist. Right. Earlier you did make everyone happy. Oh, you mean with the stall owner? It's not like that was my intention. I was just trying to keep up our ruse and blend in. Besides, we kind of ended up swindling him. Oi. Oi, 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 oi. Don't take that away. Now I can't hear. I did agree to slip out with him, so I'd say I also bear the burden for that. Now solving ownership disputes, especially among children, that's the most taxing. Hey babe, I got us a bottle of ketchup for tonight. I'm feeling romantical. I got the good ketchup tonight, baby. It's nice and thick. Oh yes, speaking of, you lied to those children, didn't you? Huh? It's okay, you only need eyes for this game. About being a renowned mediator? I am, though. People from far away even come to me for counsel. Now feed cam? Oi! First you take my ears, now you make me put my grippers out? When will enough be enough? Rulers, merchants, shepherds, fishermen, children, you name it. I'm choking on my own ketchup. Help! I've had my fair share of advisories. Is he actually really famous? But I couldn't possibly be foreign age. You're getting into the spirit. Yeah, I know someone else that's choking on some ketchup right now. Hey! What am I doing with my life? Oh no, chat is cooked. Chat, is this real? You don't believe me, huh? I'm renowned throughout all of Greece, you know. You don't seem like it. Hey, if it were up to me, I could have really solved Tinda. Head in my hands every time the feet cam comes up, I think, Sayori. You opened the door to chat. Oh! Duck! Go get them birds! Go get them birds! Feed and ketchup. Perfect date night. As evening fell, the familiar market ambience was suddenly drowned by an almost eerie sea of quacks. A flock of ducks waddled and flew over their direction. The birds of prey. The birds were practically in a frenzy. I'm just gonna go back in my Pokeball now. What's going on? Why are these ducks going nuts? So cute. Shopkeepers were chasing from behind. Oh no, not this again. Odysseus pulled Penelope towards him. Hold on, can I see the full CG? No, I can't. Follow me. Hold on. No, I can't. I can't just view it unless... There we go. H key. Attack by the flying ducks. Can't believe we managed to lose them. Just got a funny idea. Elio needs a rabbit foot model, so if Peeps redeem feet, we can get a giant rabbit foot on the screen, and then I thump it really loud. With Penelope in tow, Odysseus had grabbed the girl to run farther away from the crowded streets. Oh no, it's Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds all over again. I'm sorry that happened. No, wait. What even happened back there? Oh, nice feet, lols. I thought we left the little guys back in your room. Oh, well, they stalked me. Well, yes. Those are wild ducks and ducks from the market. With Penelope in tow. Couldn't tell them apart. Get thumped. Elio's foot, probably. The Birds movie was scary when I watched it as a kid, to be honest. Yeah, I've never actually watched it. I watched one of the, like, oh god. There's like that one bird CGI bad movie that I watched, though. I forgot what that one was called. The ducks themselves are harmless, but if people saw the girl being crowded by new feathered friends, well, a duck spectacle is definitely not good for laying low. Yeah, Birdemic, that was it, yeah. I watched Birdemic. Movie night. Oh, you got to watch it yesterday. Oh, wow. Nice timing then, huh? Sooner or later, a soldier or guard could have been called and Penelope would have been discovered. See, that's another reason I'm always surrounded by ducks. My usual flock would fend away the others, so I'm normally with a familiar group. But when I attract an unfamiliar flock, things get troublesome. So you literally attract ducks? You can put it that way. In fact, some of the ducks over at Uncle's Palace are unfamiliar to me. Oh, does that mean whether you like it or not, ducks just keep coming at you? Of course I like it. I love them. They don't mean harm. But, yes. When I was younger, I tried asking the little ones to leave me on my own so that I could make human friends. But just as I'm about to get to know someone, a flock of wild ducks would suddenly start crowding me. And then people would get scared or annoyed that it smells like duck here, or those birds are creepy. So I ended up giving up on making other friends. Oh my god, so both of the sisters are so beautiful it's a curse, but Penelope's beauty only applies to ducks. She's the pretty duckling. It's been a while since this kind of thing happened, and we were at a crowded market, so I didn't think... She trailed off, feeling guilty about the whole predicament. Yeah, see you later, Mimikyu. Damn, the birds keep attracting the bird. I caused trouble for the market, didn't I? Odysseus huffed and crossed his arms over his chest. I see. I was the one who brought you here, so don't be too hard on yourself. Besides, the market experiences its fair share of trouble every now and then. Yeah, yep, the points really do nothing. Yeah, that just got added because there's this redeem called First that takes like 1 point. Hold on, let me come back down. Let me stop having my grippers out. There's a redeem called First where if you get it for the entire day, you have this message right here. It says that you're number 1, and that costs 1 point. And Twy would be like, could you make another one that wastes 1 extra point so I can have even points, please? Put those grippers back up. Oh no! Damn it. You're stuck with him. I'm sorry. Gotta look at my feet, chat. A duck outbreak is just another one of those days. He shrugged. Stop, I keep getting DDLC flashbacks. Happy thoughts all in a jar. Oh, this is a good one. Hold on. This will replace my Otis meme. This is going on the fridge. I meet someone. The ducks arrive. The ducks get hungry. The ducks consume them. I meet someone. So true. It's okay. This is how we respect the memory of Tarantino. Elio on our shoulders. Oh, I can't do bleps. Could someone refund? This model can't do bleps. I'm cheesed to meet them. The case goes cold. Let me know if you don't get refunded, Mimikyu. I can refund you if no one else does. Either way, I still think ducks are pretty great. Hearing those words made Penelope feel a tinge of happiness. But despite everything, Odysseus still had a positive image of ducks. What makes you like ducks anyway? Well, I wouldn't say I'm particularly fond of ducks. I just like all animals. You could say I grew up surrounded by them. When I was a kid, I'd often stay over at our swineherd's home. Oh, new lore. Eumaeus. In the Odyssey, when Odysseus finally managed to return to Ithaca, he disguised himself as a beggar and found himself as a guest of the swineherd, Eumaeus. He fed and housed the disguised Odysseus, properly adhering to Xenia. Despite his long absence, Eumaeus expressed how much he treasured Odysseus as his master. Later on, Odysseus revealed his identity to Eumaeus and fought together with him against the suitors who had taken over his home. Special shout out to Philotius, Odysseus' cowherd, who also fought with him against the suitors. The goatherd was a traitor. Oh god. All my homies hate the goatherd. Duck's yummy. I'd find myself playing with the animals at the farm. Cows, ducks, goats, pigs, you name it. Wait, is that why they had Otis be the farmer? Wait, Otis was a farmer in Limbus for Don Quixote's like story, wasn't she? Maybe that's why. I get myself scolded because I'd return home all covered in mud and dirt. You seem like a troublesome kid. Aren't I still? True. You're not a child anymore. A child at heart. Why do you sound so proud? She giggled. At least you're laughing again. Penelope was taken aback by his final quip. Somehow, she felt her heart leap for a second. Oh, you're so into him. Down bad. Was he trying to cheer her up? It's getting dark. We'd best head back. I don't think it's a good idea to use our usual route. We should take a more secluded path. This area may be less crowded, but there are still some people here. More ducks might arrive soon, so I'd say it'd be better to move somewhere with even less people. So, shall we go? Okay, fine. It's almost over? Honestly, I don't want this day to end. Odysseus took Penelope through a remote back to the palace. A remote passageway back to the palace. And surely a few more feathered friends appeared along the way and started following the two. We're almost there. Soon enough, it was apparent that Odysseus had led the girl out of the city. Always chased by the ducks. They'll never let you go. The voices of humans were replaced with the sound of nature. Seabirds, strong breeze, and crashing waves. Penelope froze. The route they took brought them to the shore. Before they could step on the sandy beach, the girl ducked behind him. What's the matter? I know a way around the palace from here. Just a little more. He peered at the girl hiding behind him. She was shaking. Is it cold? He held out his hand to feel the temperature of the air. Heh, ducked. Yeah, this game loves doing duck puns. Of course she ducked. She's constantly ducking it. She ducked up. But the girl shook her head. I just don't like the sea. Huh, I wasn't expecting that. He blinked, sounding both awkward and apologetic. Should we take another route? She shook her head again. It's late. I don't wanna hold us back. I can continue. Just give me a bit of time to settle down. Odysseus smiled. Then, let's take a rest. Thanks. And sorry about this. I just had an unpleasant accident in the past. In the sea. I don't really remember it, but I can't help but feel scared. Hearing the waves, seeing large bodies of water from up close, it makes me feel breathless. I know it's all just in my head. Funny, right? Not at all. He playfully pulled up the hood of the girl's cloak. If you're scared, then you're scared. That's normal. Oh. Not something to laugh at. This one's on me. I should have confided you at today's full itinerary. The sea can be scary for sure. Yeah, the deep sea especially. We don't know what the fuck's in there. It's super valid to be scared. Oh, no, don't worry about it. I had fun today. Really. Odysseus smiled apologetically. I'm in the deep sea. Like I said, if you're scared, then you're scared. You don't have to let me off. But I had fun too. I'm glad you enjoyed my shoddy tour. His tone was kind and gentle. It was strangely comforting. Odysseus then let out a long sigh. Unfortunately, this means you really couldn't visit me in Ithaca once this is all over, huh? Unless we get married. His tone once again shifted from soft to his usual playful one. Been an island over the sea and all. He stretched out his hand, pointing to the horizon. Man, I was kinda hoping to show you around. No, I will. I don't like the sea, but it's not like... I mean, look, I'm okay now. She flailed her arms around. A couple of ducks who followed them from the market tilted their heads. Sure. He gave her head a pat. So, you just gonna dip your toes a bit? The girl pouted and concentrated her eyes on the ground. She then grabbed onto her companion's sleeve. I'll be fine if you're around. Penelope finally looked up. As long as you're around, I won't be as scared. Oh, cute. In grade school, I learned there exists a fish that buries itself in the beach sand camouflage to hide from predators. And if you step on it, because you can't see it due to it being buried in the sand and hidden, then in self-defense it will inject you with enough poison to kill you incredibly painfully. So basically, I summon Groudon and reject the ocean. Oh no! Fearful. Yeah, I ain't going to the sea. Fuck that. This morning, I was also anxious about being around people. Yeah, the CG's so cute. Really pretty. Probably rockfish, yeah. Typical Australian fauna. Yeah, rockfish, they exist in Australia. I've never seen one. I'd like to hope you haven't. It'd be scary. Okay, well, if I visit Moggy, I'm not going to the beach. But since you were beside me, I wasn't as scared. So, I'd like to see Ithaca too. With you someday. I want to be with you. Oh, voice acting. Odysseus didn't answer. Instead, he just averted his gaze and remained silent. I heard from a thing that makes you afraid from eating meat, so I'm flooding this fucking world. Odysseus? Can you guys hear the voice acting alright? He just let out a nervous laughter. Just don't walk on the beach barefoot, silly. But what if it shoots through my shoes? What if I'm wearing Crocs? And it just happens to shoot through the hole in my Crocs.
I lost it for a moment there. Sorry. That almost sounded like a confession.
Oh. Oh yeah, tick. I live in a city. It's literally fine. Oh yeah, the tick that makes you allergic to meat. Voice is really good. Yeah, Odysseus got a great voice. Night suit on throne right now. I gotta get a full hazmat suit. If you wear Crocs, you deserve to die. Listen, it ain't my fault my boss made me buy Crocs for my job. And now I don't have the job, so now I just have like 2 Crocs in my room. And they're easier to slip on than my dress shoes. So I wear my Crocs a lot.
Anyway, we should probably get going. Any more, and I might say something I'd regret.
Can you speak louder? I wear my Crocs with socks. Doesn't change reality, Croc wearers. Well, instead of us dying, how about we kill you?
No.
Australia is fine as long as you don't live somewhere fucked up like Queensland. Huh? Why? What? They make you buy it even though it's needed for work? Well, they paid for it. They did pay for it. Eventually.
Don't want to tell you.
You're being childish. I had to initially pay for it with my own money, but then they gave me extra, like a bonus with my payment, which was the cost of the shoes. So basically they covered it. Child at heart, remember? Fine. Queensland is the place you'll get got by Crocs and creatures. Crocky. And thus the two continued to banter along their way back to the palace. Penelope's attention was on Odysseus the whole time. His presence was enough to keep her distracted. Thankfully, they were able to pass through the shore without much trouble. Oh, and yes, the young woman ended up taking home a few new duck friends. Not that anyone could tell. It was a long day. The most fun Penelope ever had. Is Queensland the place where all the people that pick up crocodiles and say stuff like, "Oh, Sheila, she's a beaut," live? Yes. Penelope and Odysseus took a few days off after their little outing. Being a sheltered girl, of course Penelope's body ached after a full day of activities. Me too, Penelope. Odysseus laughed at her when he learned about it. Penelope sulked. I also need like a 3-day break if I spend like 1 day being very active. Mostly the north part. Otherwise it's like touristy beach places. Ah. The two communicated their plans through their ducks. Why do they do that? Who the hell is Sheila? Sheila means girl. So like a crocodile deity. It's Crocodile Dundee. Well, Odysseus may not be able to understand the girl's feathered friends, they were at least able to communicate with simple yes and no. After all, the Spartan princess was still heavily guarded. Though honestly, she could swear that Odysseus could very easily get through all the security. Whatever he did on the day of the outing, she didn't dare ask. I do cardio every day for the week leading up to Anime NYC. Oh god. I should do that before I go to a convention. I really want to go to a convention in January if I can save up the money for it. I need at least like $100 to make the trip worth it. Somehow, no one really figured out that she was gone. Truly a master of escaping from work. Each day they spent exchanging messages. Penelope couldn't help but wish that she could see him soon. Despite being a tease, despite being mischievous, despite being childish. I've never unironically heard someone say Sheila though, but I come from the southeast of the country where we're kinda pretentious and drink fancy coffee. Somehow, she found all sides of him to be endearing. Oh, you're going to TwitchCon this year. Gonna be my first. Ooh, nice. Yeah, I'm thinking of going to the swim con next year around my birthday time. Using it as an excuse to be like, hey cousin, can you drive me here? It's my birthday. You really gonna make me spend $100 to get down to this convention when it's my birthday? I'm hoping that will work. And then, I don't know if anyone would be in the area to meet up for it, but I would probably wear my striped hoodie and be like, hey, if you see me, I'm there. I grew up in the PNW, but moved to the south. Never heard many people say y'all much, but now I say it often. Get this man some money right now. I wish I'd feel better by tomorrow. Then we can finally meet. And so, another day passed. Sorry, which convention? I missed it. Oh, I didn't mention it. Sac Anime. It's in Sacramento, so it's a bit of a drive from where I live, but I'm willing to take the trip. It's like, I feel like people are more likely to make plans for like, you know, the winter, or not winter, the summer and stuff, but Sac Anime being in winter gives me the excuse of being like, hey, it's my birthday. Can you tell me? Can you bring me? Can you bring me, please? So I can get there for cheaper. I can also use it as an excuse to be like, hey, if you want to come down to California around my birthday, come to Sac Anime. We'll have a little birthday party. The coffee thing is a thing. Italian migration history leading to big coffee culture. Oh, wow. You're telling me there's this shack full of anime? God, I wish. All the excuse I need. But yeah, I'm thinking of going in January and using my birthday as an excuse to get a free ride down there. And I'll probably only be down there for one day. I'll definitely try and go to the maid cafe. I have too much faith in the income of your average viewer. Yeah, I don't know if anyone will come down to Sac Anime, but I would at least tell people. I'd be like, hey, I'll be wearing this if you are there. Dang, I can't imagine the cost of a plane ticket to fly Magi. Yeah, there's a maid cafe that they have there. I think you have to buy a ticket. I think it's called Cafe Hoshi, if I remember correctly. Whenever I used to go to Sac Anime a lot as a kid, because my mom would take me. I haven't been there in a couple years, because, again, it's a bit out of the way for me. And my money situation isn't as good as it used to be. It'd be over 2K Australian dollars for the round trip. Jeez. Dang, that sounds fun. Curse the fact that I'm poor. Yeah. And so another day passed. Only 3 ducks accompanied her today. One cradled in her arms, 2 trailing her from behind. But yeah, I don't even know if I'll go. It really depends on how my money situation is around December. I've only heard of a few cons up until this last year. Didn't realize there were so many. Yeah, there's a ton of conventions. Yeah, they never lowered prices after jacking them up during peak COVID for flights. Yeah. Just like how they're not lowering the prices of eggs. That reminds me, I had a disagreement with a friend yesterday. Does it count as a maid cafe if there's literally only one employee there, but the employee does dress and talk like a maid entirely of her own volition? Yeah, I'd say that's a maid cafe. If they're dressed like a maid and it's a cafe. If the experience is you get to experience a maid at a cafe. For one day in October, I made the cafe I worked at into a maid cafe because for Halloween I went as a zombie maid to the old cafe I worked at. I have good memories of going to anime cons as a teen. I remember that the one near me used to regularly have the VA of Goku, which is insane because the guy lives in Mexico. Oh wow, really? We're almost to the garden. The duck was about to quack when Penelope gestured the bird to keep it down. Her ducks were usually the noisy lot, so Penelope was never particularly difficult to find. Where there were quacks, the duck girl would be there. Oh hey, we meet again. A familiar male voice called out from behind. Oh, are these Odysseus' friends that we lied about, too? Penelope turned around to see the tall man and his friend. Yeah, in the demo, Odysseus asked us to cover for him by lying about where he went to his friends. Hello there. Penelope just smiled. If she wasn't mistaken, they were Odysseus' friends. Wait, does that make them her friends too? Oh, is this the full game? Yes, it is. The devs sent me a Steam key for the game, which is really nice of them. So I was like, okay, if they gave me the Steam key, I want to play it on stream. What was that saying? A friend of a friend is a friend of mine too? Just let her dream. We haven't introduced ourselves, have we? Name's Ajax. This one's... He pointed to the black-haired man. Antilochus. Alright, let's read the lore. Ajax and Antilochus. Both men were suitors to Helen, and both also participated in the Trojan War. Ajax was known for his large build and strength, while Antilochus was known for his beauty, swiftness, and skill with the chariot. In this BN, they're drinking buddies of Odysseus. Do they actually get along? Penelope thinks they do. Odysseus is in denial. Ajax and Antilochus? I'm Penelope. His expression twisted to a grin. Oh, I thought his name was Antelope. Yeah, that's so kind of them. I was looking forward to this one. Yeah, I really liked streaming the demo for this, so I'm really grateful that they gave me the full game. Hey, by any chance, do you know an Odysseus? Oh, yes, I'm actually on my way to meet him. Antilochus's expression remained the same poker face, though his brows had noticeably furrowed. Then you must be the rumored duck girl who's received his attention. His attention? I thought it was a joke, but she really is followed by ducks. He mulled as he eyed her 3 ducky companions. So, it's true? Man, I can't believe that guy. He really went up and switched his targets, huh? I'm assuming y'all already know who Ajax is, since he's more popular in myth retellings, but Antilochus the Twink was Achilles' rebound after Patroclus died! Oh my god! I mean, he never did seem interested when he came here. I can never understand what's going on in that guy's head. Penelope simply watched the two talk about Odysseus behind his back. I don't know who the developers are, but that already puts them above Manga Gamer. Yeah, they're like, I'm not sure if they're like a small indie studio or what, but it's very kind of them. Yeah, because they contacted me through email and were like, hey, can you play this demo? And I'm like, yeah, sure. And then they're like, yeah, here's the full game now. Thanks for playing it. And I asked them if I could stream the full game, and they're like, yeah, that's totally cool. This might be a good chance to ask others about Odysseus. It's like I'm seeing a cameo from the Junjo romantic guy. Oh no. Wait, hold on, let me reread that. Oh, yeah, let's ask about Odysseus. Excuse me. Immediately they stopped talking and turned to the girl. Would you mind telling me about Odysseus? More about him, I mean. Like, what is he like as a king? He did say he was a renowned counsel. I'll find a way to tease him. The two then look at each other, then back to her. Guess that explains why Penelope or even bothers with them. She doesn't know, huh? Poor girl, she probably fell into his trap. It's a bigger scum than I thought. Why are they suddenly being ominous? The two looked at her with pity. Could you two elaborate? Oh, right. Do you know why the title King of Ithaca sends shivers down people's spines? It does? Odysseus doesn't seem the type to send shivers. Unless it's the good type. And the way he talked about himself, I don't think I've ever heard of Ajax or Antilochus before, really. I know I've heard about Ajax before. Odysseus sounds like a well-respected king. Which, at the back of her mind, was hard to believe. But at the same time, not unbelievable. How strange. And it's not because Ithaca is a big, strong region. He continued. In fact, Ithaca is just a small island over the sea from here. Same, I never heard of the two, but then again I need to reread more ancient Greek myths. So they don't have many trade routes. It's far, the island is small, there isn't much worth conducting business over there. Sounds like they have it hard there. Oh yes, they do. Ithaca isn't notorious for its strength or riches. Ithaca became notorious for its trickster king. Loki? Penelope blinked. Trickster king? Ajax nodded. Back then, many were against Odysseus taking over the throne since he was young. But one day, the opposition disappeared. I don't actually remember Ajax's role off the top of my head. Yeah, I only really recognize the name. Just that he's strong, which describes most of the characters. Also, there are two of him. Don't know if this one is Ajax the Greater or Ajax the Lesser. That's what they called him. I think in the lore thing it said Ajax the Greater. Let me double check. Yeah, Ajax the Great. Rad Josh and the Josh that sucks. I didn't know that Ithaca was a far-off island, so news about the happenings there took a while to travel to the other islands. By the time news spread, the stories had already been twisted, so no one could tell what really went on. Those who displeased Odysseus were said to just disappear. Nobody knows what he pulled, but he also managed to convince big merchants to conduct business with Ithaca. We've tried asking him, but he'd often dodge the question. That guy is careful even when he's drunk. I swear, everything he does is calculated. The Odysseus I know doesn't sound like that at all. He is honest, kind, and fun. He can be mean sometimes, and he means well. And well, he's not exactly honest. He kind of lied earlier to, you know, that one seller, but... And also he threatened to break someone's toys, and... Yeah, although he did end up unintentionally swindling a shopkeeper that one time. Yeah, it sounds so different. And that one dubious advice he gave some kids. Still, he meant well. Penelope. Girl. Pfft, who? Him? Honest? It sounded like he was holding back his laughter. He's one of the biggest liars we know. Antilochus added bluntly. He's also cranky and sarcastic. The only ones I can probably agree with is that he's fun. Makes the most entertaining stories. He added in agreement. Oh, wow, he really is. That really is Odysseus. Sounds like you're all having fun without me. Ugh! Don't scare me like that, man! Didn't you say some weeks back that my eyes were scary? So fear me. Oh, do you have ears everywhere? He muttered. I just happened to hear it. Yes, and I was there. He really did just happen to hear it. His two other friends just stared at each other uncomfortably. It's not like they knew that he really did just coincidentally hear it. But they seemed convinced that he might have had other means. Anyway. Nice meeting you, Penelope. He held out his hand. And in turn, Penelope returned his handshake. Oh, we got lore for handshakes? Oh my god. One of the oldest records of handshakes dated back to ancient Greece. It was a gesture of peace, showing that you hold no weapon in hand. It was also a gesture of trust, as accounted in the Odyssey and Iliad. Penelope, make sure you wash your hands after shaking other people's hands, okay? Odysseus. How lewd. It was nice knowing you, too. Antilochus was next. Penelope also shook his hand as soon as she finished with Ajax. Oh, I think I heard of that. Oh, really? Let's drink tonight, Odysseus. He waved before leaving with Antilochus. Odysseus sighed. They didn't trouble you, did they? Not at all. Like I said before, they were nice. I'm glad you're making more friends. Well, I figured since they're your friends, then they're mine too? How could you be so cute? Hand-holding. Lewd. Well... Wait. What's mine is yours, is it? I guess I don't mind if it's you! Oh! You can take anything of mine! Can I take your hand in marriage then, sir? What? Why is he suddenly so relentless? Let's just go. Okay. Come here. He held out his hand to her. He's like, I don't want to be excluded from the handshakes. I want a handshake too, damn it. Practically married right now, right? That was like a marriage proposal. I feel like I'd like to know more about Odysseus. Should I really just trust him unconditionally? Damn, that dude's a flirt. He saw his chance and he took it. Yeah, let's take his hand. Penelope pursed her lips and took up Odysseus's offer. Hello, handshake right now, forever. His hands were large and warm. She could tell that he practiced weapons. Her father's hands had the same roughness to them. I'd like to see how he wields them. Does he use swords? Or perhaps he practices archery? She thought to herself. Alright, let's go, he exclaimed with a bright and cheerful voice. She couldn't help but smile. The girls stared at their linked hands. Actually, I'd like to see him when he's working. Or how he's like when he's with other friends. I'd like to see the other sides of him. Let's go! We've fallen for him! Oh, so you can go with the friend zone route too, huh? I'm in love with him, aren't I? I've been meaning to ask, where are your other duckies? Ayo, all the sides! Usually you have about 10 of them trailing you. He said, watching the 3 waddle away into their own corner. As though giving the 2 some space. I left them back in my room. Friendship route in which Penelope and Odysseus get married and have a son for the tax benefits. So true. Are you feeling well? You're looking really red today. Yes, I'm fine. I'm fine. Uh-huh. It reminds me that there was like this one YouTube video I saw of this guy that talked about getting married to one of his coworkers for the tax benefits. And then like talking about how he doesn't want to be without him and he enjoys being around him always, and he's like, but I'm not gay. I'm not gay. But, and then being asked, would you be sad if you divorce? And he's like, yeah, I'd be a wreck. Oh! He took her hand to pull her closer. That's cute though. The young man then placed a hand over her forehead. Too close! Too close! You're looking redder by the minute. Maybe we should call it a day for now and have you rest? It's, maybe he's right. My thoughts are all jumbled right now. But I do want to spend more time with him. Huh! I married my coworker for the tax benefits, but fell for him on accident. New anime coming soon, right? It's like Rental Girlfriend if it was good. Yeah! Suddenly, Odysseus carried the girl in his arms. The 3 ducks who were off on their own must have heard the girl squeal, so they waddled back to the 2. Don't worry, guys. I'm just taking her back to your place. Glad you agree. Actually, they told you to put me down. It's fine. He's just worried. She addressed the ducks. Well then, let's get you back. I hope no one sees us like this. There we go. Careful now. Duck! As soon as she set foot in her room, the ducks surrounded her like children greeting their mother. Yes, I'm back. I hope you all behaved yourself. She bent down and stroked each one of the ducks that approached her. That's just shitty contract marriage webtoons, but in the modern day. Good. Bought by the highest bidder. Penelope then turned her attention back to Odysseus. Oh, I haven't seen that one. I think I meant to. Dude, the end of Rent a Girlfriend is so fucking funny. Yeah, I think I heard about the ending to it. Being that she rejects him, right? Thank you for helping me up. Oh, it finally ended, thank God. I came in just in time for Rent a Girlfriend slander and I'm here for it. I just thought it was gonna keep going and I was gonna hold my head. Yeah, did it end with her rejecting him? I think I heard about that. Isn't it still in progress and that's why people are mad? Because it's getting lengthened again with yet another rejection? Oh, okay, it's not over. It's meant to continue. Damn it! I thought it ended with her saying, yeah, I'm not dating you, buddy. You're too much for me. But it's like the end of young Naruto. Oh, so we're going into the Shippuden arc? No! Better than you getting into an accident climbing up here. Like, who is still reading that slop? They could be reading my 100 Girlfriends instead. That would have been so funny, no. I will pull up for 100 Girlfriends. I like that one so much more than Rent a Girlfriend. It would have been the best end if she rejected him. The 100 Girlfriends who really, 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 really love you is peak. So true. I think the guy is super cute. I would also fall in love with him. No, they do not love you. They love Rentaro specifically because he deserves it. So true. Someone did the math, and apparently up to that point, he had spent over like 200k? Does this guy even have a job? Oh, maybe I should skip Rent a Girlfriend and go to 100 Girlfriends. Yeah, I recommend it. I like it. The girls in 100 Girlfriends are cute. The guy is cute. I loved the kiss arc where the girls were like trying to be like his first kiss and like the solution that he came up with it. It's like funny and cute. And like it's even though it's like a harem manga, it doesn't feel like it's like too much in like the perversion stuff. I think the guy just deserves to have 100 girlfriends. I really do. I volunteer as his girlfriend. I also volunteer my boyfriend as his girlfriend. As he deserves, honestly. Yeah, the girls love and respect and kiss each other as well. Yeah! You love to see it. The VA for Rentaro won an award for his reading of that giant 2-page spread of everything he loves about every single girlfriend he has up to that point. Like 12 at that point, I think, as they should. Okay, but the fun part of Rent a Girlfriend is that the mangaka draws the female characters in his house and roleplays that she lives with him. What? Excuse me? Oh no. So, is the guy from Rent a Girlfriend just his self-insert? I'll just drop by again tomorrow to pick you up. Oh, actually, maybe not tomorrow. I'd like to take the day off. Yes, that's it. Alright, I guess you don't exactly look well right now. She nodded a little too enthusiastically. At least it's like a proper harem / poly instead of, ooh, which one is gonna be the one girl who's the winner here? Yeah! I really like 100 Girlfriends. Very good, very solid anime / manga. I certainly fucking hope not, considering that chapter. I'm afraid to even ask. It's more like he's cucking him or something? What? He's cucking his own characters? What? He proceeded to ruffle her head. There's a chapter where the Rent a Girlfriend guy imagined the girl having sex with his best friend and got a boner in the pool or something, right? Yeah, I remember that. I remember reading that. Yeah. I hear that the MC is not his self-insert, and it's because of that. He refuses to give the girl away to the MC. That's so funny. Get that well-deserved rest. Next time, I'd like to hear about you. Me? This was the chapter I was talking about. I want to know more about you too, you know? Oh, thank you for the hydrate, Crystal. Read this conversation, none of these words are in the Odyssey. Bro needs to fucking chill. He puts himself in the manga and cucks his main character. Just kill the guy if you're gonna keep doing him like that. Yeah, that's kind of messed up, honestly. It's funny, but also like when is enough? Everyone talks shit about your manga. You don't even like your own protagonist. Just introduce a new guy or a girl or a non-binary that steals the girls away. Just do it. Absolutely, my bald bunny bestie. This literally happens in Trapped in an Island with Josh Hutcherson. Oh! Suffering builds character. Oh no. Oh, well. There's nothing interesting about me. Suffering becomes experience. Pathemathos. Really? Oh no! Bunny ear fight! Bunny ear fight! It's kind of funny, but at the same time, makes the author look really ridiculous, and not in a fun way. Yeah! Like in a sad way. Yeah, just end it! Just end it! He'll become starry, boy. Why everyone gotta beef with me? Bunny should have ears. Linux has an ally now. He has a wife too. Like, help. God. Girl who can understand duck language is not interesting? It's not even the most strange social media thing I saw an author do. Yeah, I mean, a lot of manga authors be weird like that. Like the guy that did Oh My Goddess, I think he like divorced his wife and then married like a girl that cosplayed characters from his manga. Or something like that. Pour one out for a chief. I really hope she's not miserable. Odysseus' face is my exact mood about this situation. The Chainsaw Man mangaka roleplays as a 10-year-old? What? Excuse me? Huh? A girl who can understand duck language is not interesting? There's not much I can tell you about that. 10-year-old girl, may I add. What? Huh? Stare. Fine, I promise. I'll think of something. I mean, I will play as a 6-year-old. It is not a sex thing. I just like throwing my OCs at people. I mean, that's fair. I mean, RPing as a kid isn't that weird, unless it's like a sexual thing, yeah. Yeah, the way it was worded made me think it was like a weird thing. If he's just RPing as like a kid, that's like his OC or whatever, that's fine. Great, looking forward to that. I guess, see you all the day after tomorrow? Enjoy your work, Crystal. Oh god. Hold on. Let me pull this up. The fuck do you mean Rent-A-Girlfriend's getting a continuation? Thought that shit ended 5 years ago after... I like how it cut off after. After what? After what? Ducks season, rabbit season. I know Toby Fox likes RPing as his characters to his friends, yeah. Like, I've RP'd as, like, young characters. Because I don't do anything weird with them. I used to RP as, who was it? William? William from Light Eat? And Alan from Alice Mayer? Just kidding. It's Paladin's victory. Justice wins. There you go, Crystal. Correction. After the war! Very fitting for Odysseus to say that. Oh. RP for tax evasion. Bye! Each bird said their goodbyes, too. Odysseus gave one of the ducks a head pat before climbing back down. Yeah, I RP'd as a bunch of RPG Maker horror pro tags, and they're mostly kids, so it's like shrugs. Yeah. If you like RPG Maker games and you RP, you're more likely to have RP'd as a kid. Penelope maintained a smile until he's really gone. And then she just collapsed on her bed. Children, what do I do? Okay, but having occasional roleplay and having an account dedicated to roleplaying as one are two different things. I had Tumblrs dedicated towards roleplaying as specific characters, though. Not really. I had dedicated RP accounts. Yeah, me too. I think I'm in love with Odysseus. Whenever I go for a job interview, IRP is a normal, neurotypical, well-adjusted woman. Exactly! At one of the duck's replies, she quickly sat up from the bed. What? You knew? I mean, the prerequisite for being the protag of an RPG Maker game is being a young child, usually a girl, about 8 to 12, being forced into possibly the most horrific experiences they could have. True. True. Oh, feet cam. My grippers are out again. But this time it's Billy. Billy likes the grippers. The bird replied as a matter of factly, trauma helps you grow. Exactly. It's obvious. Suffering builds characters. But that can't be. I only fell in love today. I must break these stereotypes, but I suck at using technology. The other one replied, unamused. Oh, what do you mean I fell in love at first sight? Oh, bunny ears on. Schrodinger's cat ear. Or cat ears. Schrodinger's bunny ears. Exactly. Sometimes I just want to RP them in situations. Sometimes I just want to RP them having a nice fluffy moment. Away from those situations. Exactly. That's pretty much what I would do with my RPs. I would just be like, you suffer too much. Have fun. I remember I RP'd with this one Dudadada guy. The main character's best friend. I remember I RP'd with someone that RP'd as him a lot. And our RPs were just, let's go have fun at the arcades. Yay! I got you a panda stuffed toy. Yay! Can I call you my friend? Yeah, yay! Maybe that sounds boring to people, but it's fun. Trying to look for the worst webtoons I'm still reading to give you guys variety in your slop consumption. Super Kitty Boy. Honestly, that sounds like a fun time, yeah. Hearts in my eyes? That's why you all urged me to talk to him? Show me the head.
What's in the box, Schrodinger?
A cat, some poison, and a cesium atom.
The cat, is it alive or dead? Alive or dead?
Okay, hold on. I'll calm down. There we go. Personally can't understand the appeal of role-playing, but if y'all have fun, it's mostly just, you know, writing exercise and like fanfiction. If you don't see an issue with people writing fanfiction, I don't see what the issue with RPing is. It's essentially just fanfiction, but you want to be from the perspective of one specific character. And you also want to have it be like a collaborative, like, writing. I think that's part of, like, what the fun of it was. It's like fanfiction, but like it's collaborative. And so you can experience like stuff that you wouldn't on your own. Like, I remember I used to RP as like the Devil Survivor 2 protagonist, and I RP'd with this one person that was like the one devil guy from Owari no Seraph, and like we made like a contract and shit. And I don't know, it can be really fun exploring certain stuff that you wouldn't come up on your own. Or get forced into situations that you wouldn't have if you were the only one behind the wheel. Oh. I always want to try RPing, but I don't got the courage to do it. I'm on the side of justice now. I don't have an issue with it, or if anyone does it. I just personally can't see the appeal. The improv aspect seems fun. Maybe that's why I like it. I also was an improv kid. I used to be in like a comedy improv team at my school, so I like improv a lot. I think that's also probably why I stream a lot, because I'm like, oh yippee, improv, wow! Have you been playing matchmaker all along? They played at her literal... they played as her literal wingman. I can't believe the ducks figured it out before I did. She plopped backwards and buried her face on the bed. Elio, have you ever watched Shoot from the Hip? It's this improv group that does full plays on YouTube and it's good shit. Ooh, no I haven't. I have to check them out. I still remember one of my favorite bits. I know I've mentioned this on stream before, but it's been a while since I've mentioned it. So some of you probably haven't heard of it. But yeah, when I was in the improv group, we had this one activity, right? Where we went through a scene, just kind of normally. We just kind of came up with a scene, just randomly. And then like we would, like the guy that was like the referee, he would come and he would pull like something out of his hat of like situations to change the scene. And one of them that we got was, we have to reenact whatever we acted out, except now it's a Shakespearean play. And I remember one of my lines was, we gotta take him to the doctor. And so I changed it to, hark, an apothecary! And it just became like the biggest fucking bit between the kids in my class. We just kept saying, hark, an apothecary! I liked RPing as this one Sakutaro. I liked RPing this one Sakutaro RPer with my Alan. I wish I could explain more because it's Umineko ending spoilers, but I liked how their interaction developed themes from their respective stories' endings. Ooh. Yeah, I imagine that'd be really cute. That person is role-playing a child! The character they're role-playing is the protag of an RPG Maker game. Unless their name is Gary, they're gonna be role-playing a child! So true. And then screamed to her heart's content. After a short moment of wallowing in self-induced despair, the girl started up an important meeting with her ducks. So, I'm in love. What now? There's no way Odysseus would like me back. Girl, did you not hear him earlier saying that you can take anything that is his and that he wants you to have everything and that he's yours and everything? Girl? Tell me what? Ouch! Suddenly, one of the ducks slapped her with its wing. Girl, he wants you to have his duck. Yes, you're right. Once Helen chooses a suitor, it might be unlikely for us to see each other again. I could regret this forever. But what do I do? Excuse me? Find his weakness. Break into the game and place their hand in each other's. Knowing your enemy is the first rule in love and war? No pain, no gain? Sounds foul. Yeah, let's go with sounds foul. That sounds too much. I don't know. Just doesn't sound right to invade his privacy like that. So what do I do? That is his duck, 6 inches. Lay it on him? Wait, what? I'll tell him how I feel. You'll be right behind me? Thank you, everyone. Smaller was better in ancient Greece. You would not believe how absolutely minuscule it is. A very tiny duck. Cute! I love you! Odysseus immediately looked up. Wow, she did not wait at all. Huh? Oh, I forgot about that. That morning, Penelope had sent one of her ducks to Odysseus with a letter, telling him to meet at the garden. Oh my god, she just goes for it, yeah. Now, here we are. What is this? My face when I'm mirrored. Yes, just like that. I said I love you. I think I've fallen in love with you. Because I know I'd regret it if I... Let's go. Suddenly, he threw his arms around her. A palm-sized duck would be so cute, though. Let's go! How are you able to always make me this happy? Have you ever watched Osomatsu-san? Yes, I have. Because there's a fan-made Ichimatsu VN where you can confess to him at the very first option to just instantly win the game! What?! Speaking of, last night I found like this person made like 2 Komahina visual novels. And yes, they do go R18. Komaida does in fact suck Hinata's dick in one of them. I thought I had no chance. What? So cute. CG time, let's go! I couldn't make a read of you. You seem so happy to have friends, so I thought it'd be fine to stay this way. Yes, it is from the Hustle Cat artist. Yeah, I got curious about what the Hustle Cat artist was doing recently because I was thinking of it. I was thinking of Hustle Cat a lot recently, so I looked into it and I found their Komahina VNs, and I'm like, oh my. You seem so happy to have friends, so I thought it'd be fine to stay that way. I didn't want to ruin it for you. Odysseus. Oh, thank you for the Ichimatsu VN. I'll put this on my watch later. It's funny. I thought the same. I thought I had no chance with you and that you only saw me as a friend. Odysseus then finally let her go. Huh. Well, birds of a feather flock together, I suppose. So, I don't care who they are, but good for them. Oh, what now? I found their Komahina VNs first, so looking at the credits was the guy with the really good Komahina R18, followed by Komaida himself is in these credits? Oh right, I remember that! Komaida was in the credits for Hustle Cat. I remember being like, why is Komaida in the credits? Now it all makes sense. God, these two are so cute. I talked to your father and arranged our engagement, I guess. Oh dear, right! There's no way he'd approve of this. Especially when I've been disobeying him. You did ask her to stop meeting with Odysseus, which was exactly what she's doing now. Don't worry, I'll take care of it. I'll beat his ass if he says no. Penelope looked up. You would? I've got this. You have nothing to worry about. So, don't cry. You cry easily, huh? It's not my fault. My mother was a water nymph, so I can't help it. Oh, lore. Naiad? Oh god. Identity V flashbacks. A type of female spirit, or simply a nymph. Naiads were considered as minor goddesses and were associated with rivers, streams, lakes, marshes, fountains, and springs. Penelope's mother was a naiad, so was that the reason why she can talk to ducks? Then again, she's not the only daughter of a nymph, and you don't hear them talking to ducks. Maybe she simply has a duckfinity? No? Is that how it works? I think... Is that why you can talk to ducks too? Cue in the duck chiming from the background. I'm almost afraid to ask what kind of damage did Komaida do for him to be brought up so often. Listen, he's just that white-haired anime boy, okay? They said Penelope is Penelope, so she can talk to ducks. No, I hate Kairi Naiad. No, get her away from me. We're hardly the only child of a water nymph, so... And I guess we'll leave it at that. Komaida's just a guy who thinks his classmates are cool, yeah. Either way, I'm glad to learn something new about you. Oh right, I did promise to talk about myself. There's just something we have to agree on, though. I'd like to bring you home to Ithaca. Huh? Duck Naiad, let's go. You don't want to stay here? And this time, it was more common for the man to move in with the woman, rather than the other way around. And in turn, the man will inherit the throne from his wife's father. Odysseus was practically relinquishing his right to the Spartan throne. Well, I'd like to make you Queen of Ithaca instead. There's one surefire way to find out. Yep, time for Lennox to play the gay visual novel. I only have a sister, and my father is already retired, so I'd like to continue being their king. Well, let me see. Temin, I can't say the word right. Odysseus' younger sister. Not much is known about her. She was married to Eurylochus, who would later join Odysseus in the Trojan War as his second in command. I hope you understand. Oh, criminy, pronounced like Jiminy Cricket. Ah, okay. Criminy. I thought I might be asking a lot, since it would mean that you'll be away from your family and fret. Oh wait, you don't have the ladder. It's fine. Penelope pouted, but she answered almost immediately, ignoring the extra comment. Oh, that's interesting. Vaporeon's really cool, though. Not Super Danganronpa 2 itself. God, no. Just the gay R18 fan VNs. Yeah, that's all you really need to know. Just play the R18 fan VNs. I'm actually not close to my father or siblings. Besides, I'll have you. Well, if you say so. I wouldn't have thought, though. I mean, your father is quite attached to you. Well... isn't that? No. Adamello, Magi just legitimately likes Vaporeon. No, none of the Vaporeon jokes, please, chat. I guess that's a story for another time, then. Either way, you have no idea how happy I am right now. Not happier than I am. I'm not touching Danganronpa with a 10-foot pole. But the R18 visual novels, though. More better written than the original. Okay, fine, you win. You'll always be the winner in my book. And thus, Odysseus was granted Prince Icarius' approval to marry Penelope. Together they lived happily ever after. Wait, really? The end? As if it were that easy. I was about to say. Absolutely not. Towering man roared. Okay. The story continues. But not for today. We're gonna go... I'm gonna go and eat some dinner. And then when I'm back, we'll play some Miles Edgeworth. But I had to see if that was a fake out or not. Dad can't boss you around. He doesn't even have a face. Yeah, what are you gonna do, vase guy? Someone found out the best way to beat that dog in chess was to make your own game board. Battler needs to start doing that, I think. Alright. I'll see you guys in a bit. Once I'm done eating.